Stoney the Great, and you're watching the Kevin M Show. Used to seeing some other people, I'm better, hence the great. You know, it's just gonna be awesome. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have some crazy conversations. We're gonna tackle some hard-hitting subjects. You know, I'm gonna bring the facts because that's what I deal in, is the facts. You can't dispute the facts. The facts are what it is. Just like, you know, you can't top me because I'm Stoney the Great, the new co-host here on the Kevin M Show. Without any further ado, I'd like to welcome you to the new and improved Kevin M Show.
So, for those of you who don't know who this is, I'm Kevin M. On the Kevin M Show. Well,
I'm not saying he was like, you know, with a wheelchair and walker trying to run after me when I'm getting dressed for the club. You know what I mean? Like, no, but he.
I hope not.
But yeah,
I'm just so great. I mean, look at me. I'm just so great. I mean, where am I pointing? Where am I pointing? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Why? Because I'm Stoney the Great. Where everything I do is great. Look at that. It's great. It's great. Look at it. Look. Where am I pointing?
But we were just talking about people dating people with like there being age gaps and everything like that. So, my opinion again is a little creepy. It's like dating your aunt, uncle, brother, mom, dad, something like that. Like,
see, I wouldn't date somebody that's old enough to be my. Well. Let me choose my words carefully.
Please.
Okay. Mm-hmm. For a long time, I would not date anybody that was old enough to be my parent or my aunt or anything like that. Like I said, 12 years was the oldest. I was 15. He was 27. Now my last relationship was not much bigger than me. He still wasn't as old as my mother is. But he was still older than 12 years. You know, my senior.
like I said, I think that there to me is a mental thing. Like, I understand you fall in love with whoever you fall in love with or whatever like that, but even to that.
But at this point in my life, like at the age of 26, 27, like that's not really an issue because like I'm a full-fledged adult now. Like I'm not a child. Yeah, I'm not even in that weird adolescence, almost 21 stage.
Yeah, but there's still a difference because there are things that we experience as 26, 27 that people that are 35 haven't experienced.
Right.
There's still levels of maturity. I think that is a whole lot more acceptable in my book anyway. I feel like it's a whole lot more acceptable if, you know, at the age that you're now, when it's that coming into yourself, like when you're 27, you're dating someone not even 15, let's say 20, 19, 20. They're not even legally able to drink and go and get into a club yet. So when they turn, and I'm saying this from my experiences, when you date somebody that young and then they finally get 21, they want to wild out. They want to do their thing. Where you get your opportunity to do that. You've learned, you got established, or whatever. And we're still in our 20s, so we're still in the era of our lives where it's still acceptable to fuck up.
Right.
So it's like, when you're of that age, it's like, you don't think that they feel like, or may take the role, oh, I'm a father, or like...
I mean, I've never had that experience. Like, you know, like everybody that I've ever dated that was older than me wanted to keep up with me. Like, so, like, I mean, it was like, and it was cool.
Problem for me. I'm sorry.
It was cool for me because of what I got to do what I wanted. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't unhappy until the end. You know what I mean? So while it lasted, it was great. You know what I mean? It really was.
Amen. See, and then you say you try to keep up with you. When you turn a certain age, I'm not saying don't go. I'm
not saying he was like, you know, with a wheelchair and walker trying to run after me when I'm getting dressed for the club. You know what I mean? Like, no, but he.
I hope not.
But you know what I mean? Like I'm saying, like. You know what I mean? He would go to the club. I mean, he drank. You know what I mean? Like, so we could party. Well, he didn't smoke weed, but he didn't mind that I did. You know what I mean? So, like, so it was cool. Like we could talk. We had you know what I mean? Like, it was fun. You know. I mean, at the end, I did realize we had major differences.
That's my point. Whether they pop up in the beginning,
but that can happen with anybody. I can date somebody who's my age and realize they have major differences.
That's true.
Like my ex, I was with him for 5 years, you know, and he was 10 years older than me. Like, I met him when I was 17. He was 27. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, like, I can't, I've always been a whole lot more mature than what my age is. I've never had a situation, I've dated older women all my life. You know what I mean?
Ew.
Except one time, and
You dated women?
yes, yes. I'm
You did?
bisexual. I like it all. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Just this one has everything I need. Right? Yeah.
Best of
For
both
a while,
worlds.
or what? I don't know. Yes, amazing. But yeah, and the one time I did date a girl my age, you know what I mean? It was like I cut my braids off and she dumped me. You know what I mean? And you know, I don't know. So it was like, you know, I've always had a chance. I've always had a wanting with older people. You know what I mean? Or like, you know, older women, older men, and I'm not talking about older as in decrepit. Like, hey, no sagging, no nothing. I mean somebody that's older than me, like 10 years. Like, you know, like I didn't think you were worth my time if you weren't at least 2-3 years older than me. You know what I mean?
Let's fast forward, and I want to play around with you guys a little bit. Definitely hypothetical situations, just right there. Okay. Definitely hypothetical situations. But 10 years, 15 years from now, God forbid, for whatever reason, you two are not together. Would you date somebody 10 years younger than you?
No.
Would you date somebody 10 years older than you?
Probably.
10, 15 years from now, you probably date somebody 10 years older than you?
10, 15 years, I'll be, 37?
Yeah, so 10 years you date somebody.
So that was
47?
47, 50. Yeah, like about that. Cause I'm almost 40. Like, yeah, I'm trying to go retire to Florida somewhere. Like, yeah, and go on vacation.
How do you feel about that?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
Like, if I will look this because I'm 37.
Yeah, like, I mean, because it's not, and it's not my fault that you know, it's not my fault if I look good, you know what I mean, at 42 to pull this, you know what I mean, 19-year-old, you know what I mean? They're legal, mind you. I would never go illegal.
But you know what?
But if I look that good to where, like, this dude, this chick want me, you know what I mean, and we're vibing, that's the important thing, then yeah, I'm gonna go with it. You know what I mean? Regardless of what the age is, shit. And if it's younger, hey, tighter the better. Damn it, let's get it.
I don't know. Because I'm naturally attracted to people who are younger than me. But there's always that cutoff. Is like,
see,
I think right now for me,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I think for me right now that cutoff is like 22, 23. Like, I don't know why, but like 21 and under, like, one, because too far under is illegal, and 18 to 21, they're still, I can say this now, they're still children to me. Mm-hmm. They literally are still children to me.
Yeah, yeah, the 21 age, yeah, you know, I mean, yeah, because you can't even get in the club with me unless I pull something.
That's what I'm saying, like, I want to be able to go out and have a good time, whether it's to a club, to a bar, because now it's all about being grown and sexy. It's not, you know, it's a little kid spot. So I'm going to go to grown and sexy, but you can't even get in because you sexy, but you ain't grown.
Right.
So.
I mean, like, I don't know, like BJ would tell you, I have a zero tolerance for nonsense and bullshit. Like, so, like, I mean, like, if you're mature and handle yourself with, you know, enough class, I mean, by all means have fun, you know, wild out when the time is right. And I feel like my mom when I say there's a time and a place for everything. But, I mean, there is, like, you know, and as adults we realize that. So, I mean, like, I really don't think that, if you find somebody that you actually like, that you actually feel, you actually vibe with, you actually like flow and have the opportunity to get to know, that age shouldn't really be that much of a difference as long as it doesn't come with no nonsense. You know what I mean? That's just the way I feel about it.
And I agree with you. I just feel that innately there will be, because they're still learning themselves. They don't even know who they are yet. So, to a great extent, you want to deal with the bullshit, and you have to know that going into anything committed with someone that young. You got to either have the patience to deal with it or the strength to just say, fuck it, I'm not going to deal with it.
Yeah, I can see where you're saying, like, because I'm the type of person where that is specifically the reason why I won't. And I've met dudes and chicks, you know what I mean, who wanted me to be their first, you know what I mean? Like, I can't do it. I can't be your first. I can't, because for one thing, like chicks, I'll probably be more inclined to, you know what I mean? But dudes, nah. Because you don't, honestly, if you haven't had sex, you like boys, but you never had sex and you're a boy, it's like, you don't know where you're going to fit in this crazy world of, like the gayness. That's what we're going to call it, the gayness. This crazy world of the gayness, you don't know where you're going to fit in. You know what I mean? And it's like, no, I don't want to ruin it for you if you know what I mean, if you
I don't think
meant to be
I would say
a bottom
ruining it.
We're supposed to fall into it later down the line, and then.
But that's
because I'm like advanced. I'm difficult on Mortal Kombat. You know what I mean? Like it's not. No, I'm not nobody's first. When you first play Mortal Kombat, you put that shit on easy. Get the hang of that shit before you go up. You know what I mean?
But yeah, I think it's a matter of they have to define who they are, and being so young, it just doesn't happen. And especially, I guess, in our age group, because older people are stuck in their ways, and we're past the phase of finding ourselves where we're like fitting into who we are now. And there's a lot more room for leeway than for people in their late 30s, early 40s. So like, fuck that shit, no. That's why I said, do you ever feel like they like play father? And to some extent, if they're not, I feel like something's wrong.
I mean, like, and with my experience, my last relationship, it turns out that the person that I was dating that was, let's see here, like 13 years older than me. Wait, was it 13 years? 13 years older than me. Like, he was way much more immature than I was. You know what I mean? Like, and that's how that played out. Like, it turned out like, like you would have thought that he was like, 17, 18, just trying.
Well, we gay people are like Peter Pan. So
that's what it looked like.
Oh, that's what that was? Please stop.
I know, that's what he said.
No, but gay people are like Peter Pan, but still, like, we can be young forever, but we all have to
Some of us. Now, hold on, please. FYI, all you viewers out there, I love you all and everything else like that. Please don't be afraid to say hello. You know what I mean? Love you or whatever and everything else like that. But please, look, do not. And I'll tell you this, but I have a prejudice against ugly people. And one of the ugliest people to me are old folks who dressing in skinny jeans and all this crap. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, and it goes to what you were saying. Like these old folks running around here trying to be, especially in the gay world, it is prevalent. You got all these old toothless gays running around here and everything, looking like, one of the new boys and stuff like that. But, it's like...
And in the club, they trick you.
Yeah.
They trick you with the lights on.
The lights on. You can't see all the dents and the wrinkles and everything. All you see is the mohawk and the earrings and the tattoos, but you can't see that tattoo done dropped a couple feet. You know what I mean? Feet. Yeah. So, don't do that. And please, look like something if you're a fan and you're coming up to me and everything else like that. Say hi. If you're a big person, look like something. Because if you're ugly, I'm going to be here and I'm going to talk about you. You don't want that. Oh. Do you just see what I just did to some old toothless faggot? And there's many of them, and they don't know who I'm talking about. But it's not.
I'm so glad I don't look like that.
Don't do that.
Wow.